Hey guys, Frightener22 here, and welcome back to my August 30th DVD and Blu-ray update. I got a ton of great stuff to show you guys from Code Red DVD, Shout Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, among many other things, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. The first two titles that I'm going to show you guys are from Code Red DVD. All these titles can be purchased exclusively through their Big Cartel storefront. That's where all the latest Code Red stuff is being dumped. It's just cutting out the middleman and going straight to Code Red, so that's if you want to continue supporting Code Red and seeing more of their future titles, this is the place to buy all their stuff. So the first one I picked up is one of their latest releases, and this is Evilspeak, the Clint Howard movie. This is on DVD, but it's been presented in a brand new HD master from the original IP, which is supervised by the director. You also get a new 2012 audio commentary with the director, a new on-camera interview with Joe Cortese, Clint Howard, and Don Stark, as well as the trailer and other Code Red trailers. This is a fun one. It's been out of print for a while. The Anchor Bay edition probably fetches pretty fair prices, at least before this release came out, so this definitely seems to be the definitive release of Evilspeak. So if you missed out on that first release, or you just want some more special features to go along with your Evilspeak, definitely pick up the Code Red version. The next one I got, again from Code Red DVD, is a film that I actually did a written review for over at avmaniacs.com. I'll leave the link to that review in the info box down below. But yeah, avmaniacs.com is a cool cult horror exploitation forum news review site that I contribute to now. I've been a big, long-time member of their forums, and I just recently joined the DVD and Blu-ray review staff, so I've been pumping out a lot of reviews lately, and this next title that I'm going to show for you guys, I did a really comprehensive written review on. So like I said, I'll leave the link to all the written reviews that I've done in the info box below. But this one is called Curse of the Blue Lights. This was announced in November of 2012 from Code Red, and I was really itching to finally check this one out. So the second it went up for sale in the storefront, I knew I had to get it. It was a total blind buy for me, but seemed really up my alley. I don't want to get too into it because I'd rather you guys check out the written review to kind of hear all of my detailed thoughts on it, but this was a really fun, well-done film made on a really shoestring budget, but when you see this stuff, you're going to think that it's, made for 10 times the amount that they did it on. Particularly the makeup designs and the special effects that were done in this will definitely keep you guessing, how did they do that, considering this was such a cheap, low-budget picture, but the makeup design looks really phenomenal. It's definitely one of the bigger sells of this movie, and the cool practical effects that they managed to accomplish in this are really neat too. But overall, this is a really fun film to check out. Definitely click the link to check out my full written review at avmaniacs.com, and be sure to support this and pick it up through Code Red's Big Cartel storefront. Next one I got is from Scorpion Releasing, and this is their latest Blu-ray, which I've yet to check out, but Code Red DVD had originally put this out in a DVD version, and now, many years later, Scorpion has picked it up to put it out on Blu-ray with a slew of other features, and this is Barbara Bach in The Unseen. Gotta love that great cover art, right? That's just terrific. But like I said, Code Red DVD did put this out years ago on DVD, and now Scorpion has come to the rescue and put it out on an HD master. They've done a really great job on this. This is being presented in a brand new 16:9 anamorphic widescreen HD master. You can watch this actually in the Katarina's Nightmare Theater, segment. You can have that. It's an optional preference. You can either watch it with her or without her. I always like watching it with her because I think that she's a really cool host, and I think that she always manages to throw a lot of informative facts your way, even for a film, cult enthusiast like myself. In addition, you also get a cat's eye on-camera interview with producer Tony Unger, an audio commentary with Tony Unger and Stephen First, on-camera interviews with Stephen First, Doug Barr, Craig Reardon, and Tom Berman, makeup test slides, sketches and behind-the-scenes stills from Craig Reardon's personal collection, and an original trailer. So, as you can see, this Blu-ray edition of The Unseen comes stacked with special features, and if any of the reviews or screen grabs are anything to go on from this, the transfer looks pretty phenomenal, so I'm really excited to cut into this. I've just been really busy reviewing a bunch of other stuff, but this is definitely high on my to-watch list from this pile. So this is Scorpion Releasing's latest Blu-ray release. Check it out. Next one I got was from Disney, and this is the special edition Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Peter Pan in Return to Neverland. You know, as far as sequels to really classic Disney films, this is one of the better ones, and especially sequelizing a beloved Disney film like Peter Pan, which is one of my all-time favorites. It was a pretty tall order, but for the most part, I think Return to Neverland did a really good job at not only expanding the story, but really keeping the charm and the wit of the original, which is, like I said, a really hard task to do, and by no means is it better or, even, really on the same stature, but it really takes its own unique direction, and there's some pretty remarkable animation in this, and this was, unlike a lot of the other, cheap sequels that were direct-to-video, Return to Neverland was actually a theatrical release, so it definitely had some pretty big buzz going for it when it came out around 2002, but I had only actually recently seen it on the Disney Channel in HD, so I was really thrilled to hear that Disney was really, on top of putting this out on the Blu-ray format so soon after the Peter Pan Diamond Edition. But this is a great one to have. If you're a huge Disney enthusiast like I am, it's a no-brainer. Anytime Disney releases any new Blu-rays, regardless of what the title is, I always pick it up, so it's a given that I would have this in my collection. But if you're a fan of the classic Disney animated canon and don't mind taking a chance on a sequel, I would really recommend checking out Return to Neverland, because it's hands down one of the best sequels spun off from one of the classic Disney animated gems, so definitely check it out. The next one I got is from Shout Factory, and this was actually one of my first reviews over at avmaniacs.com. Again, I'll leave the link to the written review in this, and this is the Blu-ray version of Roadie. This was a cool movie. I actually really enjoyed this. I had never seen it before. It's from 1980 and actually stars Meatloaf. Yes, that Meatloaf, the iconic rock singer who would go on to star in a slew of classic films. Yes, Meatloaf can die a Grammy winner and an actor in classic films. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Fight Club, and you definitely don't want to forget about Roadie. It's certainly not a classic by any means, but if you're a fan of the whole rock and cult subgenre, yes, I just coined that term. I threw that in my review, and I've totally coined that term. So if you ever think of rock and cult films, what is a rock and cult film? A rock and cult film, to me, is a cult film that has a very heavy emphasis on rock and roll or, live music in it. So Roadie is definitely up there with things like Rock and Roll High School, which is one of my favorite films of all time, and Get Crazy, things of that ilk. So Roadie is definitely a rock and cult film, but it really plays more like a road movie. Meatloaf plays, a beer truck driver who, by luck and coincidence manages to become the greatest roadie of all time, and there's a slew of cool performers in this who are, of course, playing themselves, like Blondie, Alice Cooper, and there's a lot of great live performances, although not as much as I was hoping, but there's a really great live performance from Blondie covering Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire in this, which is great, but like I said, this was a film that I had never seen before. I did a blind buy on it, and I really enjoyed this. I thought this was really funny. It's a really odd movie, but really cool performances and great music to boot, so definitely check out Roadie. The next one I got, Shout Factory had originally put it out on an action-packed DVD double feature with Butch and Sundance the early years, but now through their Timeless Media sister division, they just put this out alone on Blu-ray. This is Charles Bronson and Angie Dickinson in Death Hunt. Believe it or not, I actually never got around to watching this on my DVD version of it, so I just always heard really, really good things about this, and I wanted to just do a blind buy again on this on the Blu-ray format, because, I don't know, there was just something about seeing this, really great poster art in its full, glory on its own Blu-ray case, and just over the years I've heard great things about it. It's got Charles Bronson in it, because it's got to be somewhat good, but it apparently is a little bit more than that. It's actually a really well-done film, so I'm looking forward to cutting into this very soon. Next one I got is from another division of Shout Factory, my favorite, Scream Factory, and this is another one of their Blu-ray DVD combo pack double features, this time with X-Ray and Schizoid. I'll be honest, I've only watched one of the films, X-Ray, which is also known as Hospital Massacre, but that film is a ton of fun. It's a great early 80s canon slasher flick. taking place in a hospital, of course. It's great. It's really, really awesome. I haven't cut into Schizoid yet, but I'm planning to do that this weekend. I've heard great things about that, but X-Ray was a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. You get some special features on here. You get an interview with director Bose Davidson on X-Ray, which is a cool, like, 15-minute interview about how he came into getting the job for X-Ray and his early beginnings filmmaking in Israel. You also get an interview with actress Donna Wilkes and a theatrical trailer to go along with Schizoid. So, like I said, this is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and just to give you a little shot of the inside, you get the DVD and the Blu-ray, and then behind that you get some cool photo gallery images, you know, alternate poster art in the inside. So a cool double feature release from Scream Factory. With Halloween right around the corner, it's a no-brainer to pick up some slashers to fill out your collection. Next one I got, again from Shout Factory, and this is wrapping up another one of my Nickelodeon cartoons on DVD, so I'm happy to say that the final season of CatDog is finally here. Yeah, this is the final season. It only consists of 8 episodes, and it can only be found on 1 disc, so just to finish up the whole run, this is a really short season, but nonetheless, it's finally done. Another great Nick show completed on pressed DVDs, because that's exactly what we want with our Nickelodeon cartoons. We don't want any manufactured on-demand nonsense. These shows are classic, at least for kids of the 80s and 90s, and they deserve to be on pressed format discs. So with that said, Shout Factory has done a phenomenal job getting all these shows out, so this is their latest one. Definitely pick it up if you're a Nickelodeon fan. Next one I got is from Olive Films, and this is a really cool release that's actually going to be followed up very soon with a Volume 2, as well as a Volume 3 and 4 in 2014. So if you're a big, big lover of animation and a big cartoon buff like I am, this is going to be a no-brainer to anybody. This is the Essential Collection Volume 1 of Betty Boop. Really cool packaging. I knew Olive had kind of came out on the scene, not really doing slipcovers, and then they started doing them. I got a slew of them that have slipcovers, like the Boogans and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's a bunch, but then they just slowly kind of stopped doing them again. But to my surprise, I got Betty Boop in the mail, and it actually has a really cool slipcover on there. It's more of a, you know, full cardboard box that goes around as opposed to like a vertical slipcover, but really nice slipcover on this. As you can see, these are all remastered in high definition. It includes 12 animated short films available for the first time on DVD. Yes, there's a DVD counterpart to this, and Blu-ray, which I have. Yeah, so this is the first 12. These are all from 4K scans from the original negatives and fine grain. So as one can expect, these look really good. And like I said, there's going to be a Volume 2 coming up, I believe at the end of this month, if not September. And there's already going to be a Volume 3 and 4 planned for 2014. So again, if you're a big cartoon fan, big animation enthusiast, Betty Boop, The Essential Collection Volume 1 is a no-brainer. Next one I got was sent to me from Vinegar Syndrome to review over at avmaniacs.com, which I've done, and you can, again, find that in the info box below. But this is their latest Blu-ray release, and this is from the Ted V. Michaels collection, and this is the Doll Squad with Mission Killfast. I don't want to get too deep into this because I wrote a really long, comprehensive written review on this, which I would love to have people read. But overall, I did enjoy the Doll Squad. I thought it was a fun, classy piece of early 70s cult cinema. The video and audio transfer is phenomenal, and this Vinegar Syndrome really outdone themselves with this. It just looks terrific, and it also comes with another Ted Michaels film, Mission Killfast, which is not a great movie. It had a really long, bumpy road to completion. It really spanned over like 8 or 9 years from filming to getting it done. So I think that kind of took a toll on the film that maybe it was supposed to be, but nonetheless, it's not a great film by any means, but Vinegar Syndrome did another phenomenal job on that one too, so they both look really great, they sound really good, and it comes with a bunch of great special features, including a commentary on the Doll Squad, a video interview with Ted Michaels on Mission Killfast, a theatrical trailer for the Doll Squad, a historical video with Ted Michaels, a video interview with Francine York, who is the lead in the Doll Squad, and then you also get this really cool reversible cover art, which I'm going to show you guys. So as you can see on this side how it comes packaged to you, it's the Doll Squad with Mission Killfast. Just to give you guys a shot of the back, sorry about the glare. But then, when you take the disc out, you can, it's up to, you know, it's totally your preference. On the other side, they have a reversible cover art that gives Mission Killfast top billing with the Doll Squad accompanying it. So pretty cool. It's really nice options. The artwork's really nice on these. I like them a lot, but I think I'm just going to stick with the Doll Squad cover because I just think it's a cooler cover, and the movie was definitely better. But definitely check out my written review at 80maniacs.com, and if you're a fan and supporter of what Vinegar Syndrome does, definitely support this release. They really outdid themselves with it. It's a great job on this one. Again, from Vinegar Syndrome, this is my latest review at 80maniacs.com, so at this point, you guys can figure it out. The info, the link to the info, to the review is down below, but this is part of their Drive-In Collection DVD series, and this is a double feature of Bloodthirst and The Thirsty Dead. Bloodthirst, which is from 1971, was a really good movie. It was caught me off guard. It definitely was not what I was expecting, but it turned out to be a lot better than I could have ever imagined. It's a fun monster, deformed monster on the loose, but it really plays more like a classy detective story with, some noirish themes in there. I really liked it, but The Thirsty Dead, kind of a shitty movie, pretty boring, a real lack of horror and blood in it, so definitely was the weaker one of this Drive-In Collection, but on the strength of Bloodthirst alone and the fact that these Drive-In Collection double bills are priced at, more reasonable prices, I think that it's still worth picking up, definitely, just on the strength of Bloodthirst alone. I really enjoyed Bloodthirst a lot. The next one I got to review, but I still haven't gotten to it just yet, but this is again from their Drive-In Collection DVD line, and this is a double feature of Death Force and Vampire Hookers. Death Force just looks like a ton of fun, and I'm actually really looking forward to checking that out, rather. Vampire Hookers, that's been out a few times before. I know Code Red has put that out under their Exploitation Cinema banner. But yeah, I've actually never checked it out, so I'll probably check out Vampire Hookers when I check this double feature out. But yeah, this is a cool double bill. Both films are actually from Filipino exploitation director Sirio Santiago, so looking forward to checking this one out, and the only special features you get on this is a theatrical trailer for the Vampire Hookers. So if you like what Vinegar Syndrome's doing and you like supporting independent labels, definitely pick all three of these titles up. Next one I got, again, is from Shout Factory, and this is from their MGM acquisition, and this is Ray Sharkey and Tova Feldshun in The Idolmaker. This was a blind buy for me, but being a big fan of rock and cult movies and films that have a strong emphasis on music and live performances, I wanted to pick up The Idolmaker because I heard good things about it. Apparently it's based on a true story or inspired by a true story about a really famous music promoter that got, all these famous gigs and artists, their first breaks and stuff. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. You get an early appearance by, I believe, Peter Gallagher in this, so that's pretty cool. And as far as bonus features, you get a commentary by Academy Award-winning director Taylor Hackford, so pretty cool. The next two I got, again, are from the latest releases from Scream Factory, and the first one is Dolph Lundgren in Dark Angel. I had originally picked this up, although I'm not a supporter, I'm not a lover of the whole manufactured-on-demand thing. This was one title that MGM did get me to bite on when they released the mod version of this, and I really enjoyed the hell out of this one. I thought this was really cool, a really cool sci-fi horror film about an alien that comes to Earth who's, running drugs and using human bodies to smuggle drugs around, and of course Dolph Lundgren is the hot-headed detective on his case, ready to bring this alien down. But it's cool, it's goofy, it's fun, it's Dolph Lundgren, what more do you need? As far as special features, you get a bunch of them. You get interviews with director Craig R. Baxley and actors Dolph Lundgren and Brian Benben, and you also get a theatrical trailer, and on top of that, you also get a cool reversible cover art with the alternate title of I Come in Peace on that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys like Dolph Lundgren, love 80s, sci-fi, horror, Dark Angel is definitely one to pick up. It's a really fun time. Next one from Scream Factory was a film that I believe was originally released on DVD by Blue Underground, but Scream Factory just picked it up for Blu-ray, which is really awesome, and this is Q, the Winged Serpent. This was a blind buy for me, but this is totally up my alley. I mean, this is Larry Cohen, it's about a killer serpent attacking New York City, and you get a cool cast that includes Kenny Clark, David Carradine, Richard Roundtree, awesome stuff, and, you know, great cover art on that. You also get special features featuring a new audio commentary with writer, producer, director Larry Cohen, as well as a theatrical trailer. And then just to give you guys a cool shot of the inside, Scream Factory throws you some cool images of some alternate foreign poster art, so pretty awesome that they do that, you know, especially since the collector's edition titles are the ones that get the custom artwork with the option for the original one-sheet poster art. So I like that Scream Factory always manages to put some interior artwork in the form of like foreign posters or stills from it for the non-collector edition, so awesome that they do that. The next one I got is from Disney, so do not judge me because you guys have known me long enough and you know that I have all of these already, so let's just get through with it. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Disney's Super Buddies. Yes, they're still making them. Have I watched any of them? One. I watched Spooky Buddies like 2 Halloweens ago because it had come out at that time, so I wanted to just watch that because I just wanted to have a real eclectic mix of Halloween-y type stuff to watch. But that is the only you know, Buddies movies I've watched, but since I'm a sucker for collecting all Disney Blu-rays, I had to just grind my teeth and pick up Super Buddies, but I say that kind of jokingly because I have never really watched them with the exception of Spooky Buddies, which was for what it was watchable. I mean, you know, it was a Halloween-themed film about talking puppies, so if you're expecting that, that's exactly what you're gonna get. So I feel like all these films definitely are the same thing, they just kind of alternate the theme of them. You know, now they're superheroes in this one, whereas the last one, Treasure Buddies, it was kind of like an Indiana Jones type adventure story. So obviously, people are buying them, they're selling, they're continuing to make them, and I'm one of the jerk-offs that I guess supports it, so I don't know. The next one I got is from Disney. This is a really cool release, and this is the original classic DVD or Blu-ray DVD edition of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. They've done a really good job putting the Pooh films out on Blu-ray. Of course, they put out the 2011 Winnie the Pooh out, as well as the Tigger movie, and now the classic Many Adventures of the Winnie the Pooh. So there's a few more that they got to put out, but they've been doing a really good job putting Winnie the Pooh titles out on Blu-ray, so really cool that they finally put the original classic in this. You get some special features in here, including a Pooh play-along, which is where the narrator invites you to play along with Pooh and his pals. You get 5 mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh shorts, A Day for Eeyore, the story behind the masterpiece, and then a music video, which is the Winnie the Pooh theme song. And then you also get a, you know, kind of an odd, unusual bonus for Disney, but it was still kind of cool nonetheless. They throw in a kite, a Winnie the Pooh kite that you could play with for kids, so that's kind of cool. They don't really normally throw things in there aside from the DVD and then, you know, the digital copy code and stuff, so pretty cool. If you're a big fan of Disney like I am and Winnie the Pooh, this should be, again, another no-brainer. And the final release that I have for this August 30th DVD and Blu-ray update is from Shout Factory. This is from, you know, their MGM, you know, rating the MGM Vault, and this is, you know, in association with their sister company, Timeless Media, and this is an action-packed double feature of The Barbarians and The Norseman. These just look like cheesy, good fun. The Barbarians is an 80s canon film, so that's clearly a no-brainer for me and my collection, and The Norseman is, it's from MGM, it's an Orion film, I believe it's from 1978. I've never seen any of these, but I've been familiar with the poster art on them for years, and I've always wanted to pick them up, so to see Shout put this out was a cool, unexpected surprise, so I love getting more canon, you know, MGM flicks out on DVD or Blu-ray, so this was a welcome addition to my never-ending cult library of titles. Well, guys, that concludes this DVD and Blu-ray update. I always want to thank you guys for tuning in and supporting my channel. It's, you know, it's not any fun if no one's watching or commenting, so thank you guys so much. Definitely head over to avmaniacs.com to check out all my written DVD and Blu-ray reviews of, you know, a slew of cult titles from cult companies like Vinegar Syndrome, Scorpion releasing Code Red DVD, Shout Factory, you get the picture, but definitely check that out. All of the reviews that I've done so far with the titles that I've showcased in this update, I'll leave the links for those in the info box below, but definitely check out avmaniacs.com. It's a cool website, great reviewers on that website giving you cool, thorough, detailed reviews of all the cult titles you want to read about. So, as always guys, thanks again for tuning into the DVD and Blu-ray update, and I'll catch you in a future video. Later.